Light is green. Hello, everybody. Let me go post our link on the website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com. It's the week before 4th of July, and so we're going to be doing patriotic music this week. A little bit of patriotism for England, a little patriotism for Canada, and a little patriotism for the United States. Probably none of them deserve a patriotic song at this point. Kind of messed things up a little bit, but we're still hopeful. We're ever hopeful that it's not as bad as it appears. JollyRogerUkulele.com is where all the sheet music is posted and our daily schedule and blah, blah, blah. So swing on by there. Check it out. It's good stuff. I'm going to edit, settings, open a new window, update, and update. All right, so I got the link posted. Let's double check that it works properly. And then we'll post on Twitter and we'll get started here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Wednesday, America the Beautiful. Click. And all right, good. I forgot to download the little graphic from my other computer. And so I'm having to use the Jolly Roger logo because I forgot. My computer is in the shop, you guys. It's very, 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 very concerning that right now I'm using all these backup computers I have around here. Jolly Roger Ukulele.com space America the Beautiful period. America the Beautiful. Patriotism on the ukulele. Let's hit this. Let's put our little skeleton guy on it. Twitter likes the big one. And hit tweet. And blink. All right, there we go. All right, good. Good. All right. Okay, so very good. Twitter's up. Jolly Roger's up. Stream is working. All right, here we go. Got a few people are lagging behind getting in. Maybe they don't want to play America the Beautiful. They should want to. It's a lovely tune. Let me go back to my set list. Book 2. America the Beautiful ukulele. So you're grabbing the ukulele version of this, and we'll talk about it just a little bit. Jan is in from Lakewood. We're ever hopeful. That's what we have to be, right? Things have been a little bit dicey over the last couple of years, and so we're ever hopeful that we're hopeful that we're going. Here's what we got to remember, guys. We live in a world where iPhones are for real. Like everybody has one, and so it's not. It could be worse, right? I think Vic is in. 75 degrees in Eugene. All right, made it through the heat. Michelle, 62 and cloudy up in Rockaway Beach. The cloud's probably not exactly welcome in the middle of the summer, right, Michelle? Ronnie, 73 and sunny in New Mexico. If you've ever been to New Mexico and it's 73 out, it is. You're like, why would anybody else live anywhere else? This is beautiful. It's perfect weather, and that's the 3 days a year that it's 73 degrees. It's perfect. Or like when you wake up in the morning in New Mexico and it's still 73 degrees, you're like, I'm so glad we live here. The air is clear. The sky is a blue that's different than anywhere else, and the temperature is perfect. And then about 10 minutes later, it's 97 degrees, and then you're like, oh, I see why I see why we don't live here. Yeah, Sandy, good evening to you. 77 degrees in Upper Michigan sounds perfect to me, right? Lynn, 90 degrees. I know, right? I was afraid Lynn would be in here. Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, they're all getting roasted. And Lynn's been being broiled all week. 90 degrees, was 95. Storms tonight should cool. Yeah, let's hope for a little rain, Lynn. Diane in from Pueblo, a little on the warm side. We're having basically a perfect day here in Denver. And Ronnie says, I had fun playing Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Yay! How exciting, right? I love it when you guys are pulling out sheet music that we're not working on and just playing it because you enjoy it. That's something that I want you to do. Make sure you're not forgetting to do. As at book 2, I keep funneling you into all these ideas, but I do want you to just grab songs that you enjoy playing, right? And just I think with practice time you want to start with sort of technical warm-ups. Maybe you make a better bar, maybe Spaghetti Monster, maybe Happy Birthday, maybe something that's just sort of technical that you want to get stuck in your memory. And then you move to this new material, right? So whatever you're working on for that week. But then anytime you're done practicing, right, wrap up with just a few songs that you just love, right? And that could be just about anything. And play them every day, right? Just play songs you love every day. What happens is eventually they're accidentally memorized, and then pretty soon, once the song is memorized, it actually starts sounding good. You know, I can play a lot of songs if I have the sheet music in front of me, but I can only play a handful of songs really well, and every last one of those is because I have it memorized. I don't need to, my brain does not need to do that process of double checking, converting numbers into ideas, getting it down through my fingers. So the more you can find a song that's meaningful and beautiful to you, get it memorized, and you'll be amazed at how much better you play that than other stuff, just because your brain is doing less work, and it's really just focused in on making sure these are all happening correctly. Let's see. Oh, they even had rain down in New Mexico. What? You're not allowed to have rain. America the Beautiful. Written by Kathy Lee Bates. And there's two Kathy Lee Bates. The one that wrote America the Beautiful, and the one who had the sledgehammer in Misery that put Stephen King's into a wheelchair, right? There's that Kathy Lee Bates. That's a different Kathy Lee Bates. She's lovely too. She probably doesn't hit that many people with a sledgehammer. Hey Diane, had trouble printing. Got it done. Okay, yes. That's the other thing as a musician. You and your printer will eventually become enemies. So if you buy a printer, you got to buy a good one. That's the problem with music, is all these little teeny tiny numbers on all these little teeny tiny lines, and you end up having to buy a good one, and it's got to be able to do double-sided, because otherwise you're turning pages all the time. I mentioned this yesterday, either in this class or the next class. iPad really is the way to go, guys. I know it's super expensive, but it's definitely. I finally caved in. I finally bought one. And quite clearly I should have bought one the day they came out. This is so much better than what I was doing before. And you go tap, and it magically turns to the next page. So it's really crazy. America the Beautiful. Let's check our chords. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. Remember, your D minor is just an F chord with your ring finger. Amber waves of grain. You'll see that motion a lot from D minor to G7. That will come up a lot. So, and that's why it's just having great fingering. Amber waves. You see how little motion you're doing between D minor and G7. Of grain for purple mountains, majesties. And then A7, just drop your index finger straight back above the fruited. And then a D chord, grab everybody into the second fret, plain 2, 3. And you see this goes way above my ability to sing it. This is why I am an instrumentalist. And then you go back to your C chord, America, America, God shed his grace on thee. C7. That's another thing you'll see an awful lot of in sort of, I want to call them church songs, where you'll have the main key is C, and then when they're ready to make a little bit of a transition, they'll try to add into a C7. You get that tension in the main key, which is interesting, and then go to your F chord, and crown thy good with, and here's the problem, diminished. Okay, so let's talk about very briefly. You got your D7. And then you're going to take your your ring finger and your pinky finger up into the 3rd fret with brotherhood. Okay, but so let's talk a little bit about diminished chords. It is possible for you to play a bar chord and then use your middle and ring finger kind of like that. Okay. I don't do that because I kept messing it up all the time. So I do 2 fingers in back and 2 fingers in front. For me, that's much easier and much more reliable. The weird thing about diminished chords is that they're all exactly the same shape on ukulele. So if I take this back and then I actually drop it off, you've got these 2 down here. And if I push it forward and push it forward again, and the funny part is that 1, 2, 3, you use these first 4 frets. When I get here, we usually just go back here and start over. So there's really, that's all of them more or less. You can go all the way up if you want, but we typically don't. We usually go up to 4 and then we start over back here at the bottom, but all diminished shapes are the same. Now, hey Jacqueline, good to see you. So, what are ukulele is really good at diminished, by the way. Here's one of the real reason you got to know this. You know the scene where the guy with the dark top hat and the mustache is tying the poor maiden onto the railroad tracks, and we're hoping like heck that the guy in the white hat is going to show up and save her. He always does. That's the good reason. I guess that's the poor strategy of the bad guy to tie the maiden to the railroad tracks, because in 100% of the cases, the good guy shows up and unties her in plenty of time. So don't tie anybody to the railroad tracks. It's just not going to work. You go. That's the sound, right? And then all of a sudden, here comes the cowboy, okay? And then you go to C chord, right? And everything's happy again. So that's what's kind of fun about diminished chord. That's how I practiced them when I first learned about them. And if you're ever practicing at home and somebody walks into the room, you just do that. Dun, 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 and they look over and be like, shut up. All right, so that's your diminished chord down there, middle of 13. With, and then C chord brotherhood, and then to measure 15, from C to shining sea. Okay, so the chords are not terribly difficult. Let's play the melody. Make sure you know how the song goes. Nobody plays this anymore, sadly. It's about the Purple Mountain Majesties are about Pikes Peak here in Colorado. So we're very pro America the Beautiful in Colorado. From the top, just the melody, guys. First position. 1, 2, 3. That's how it goes. It sounds like it goes, right? Let's play the tuck uke from the top. 1, 2, 3. G chord, rest stroke. D minor. Add your pinky. G7, leave the bottom string open and then close it. C chord on the second string. Everybody back and lift off your middle and ring finger so that you have 1, 0, 4 and strum everybody. Pinky forward to 5. Slide your pinky to 7, dragging along your index finger that goes clear up to 4, so you get 0, 4, 0, 7. And then slide that back to 1. And then your D bar chord, that's a bar on 2, pinky on 5. Decorations 0007 5 3 D minor, add your pinky on the first string at fret 3, bring it back to the 2 and then to switch to G7, push it forward to 3, You've got your high D minor. That's a bar on 5, ring finger on 7. That's going to come up a zillion times in your life. Strum it. Go grab the 2. G7, leave the bottom string open. Ring finger on 3. And then 0, 0, 0, 3. Back to the 3. F chord, add your P key on at 3. Here's your diminished chord, 2, 2, 3, 3. C chord. C chord with a rest stroke. 2, 0, 2, 0. Add the 3. G7. Add the 5. C chord. To the top. Hard part. Here it is, 2, 2, 3, 3. Give you a second, and then go. Second ending. Okay. If you're on tough uke, I put you a fancy C chord. It's your B flat. It's really your A chord. Slide it up to B flat. Slide it up to 3. That's also a C chord. Or you can just do 0, 0, 0, 3. That sounds just as pretty. All right, let's grab the baritone version. And this is a real song, right? It's not too patriotic preachy, right? There's fewer bombs going off in this one, and it's a little like this land is your land-ish a little bit, right? I have that on guitar, and every time it comes around, I'm like, I don't want to play this song. All right, let's go grab the baritone version of this. Where is mine? American Beautiful. You guys get 2 pages on baritone. One of these days, I'm going to align them where they are both exactly the same. Ukulele players, let's see if you know your chords. You know your G chord? Okay, don't make that sound. Do you know your D chord? Index, middle, ring, everybody in the 2nd fret, right? A minor, hopefully you know that. That's day 2 stuff. Just your middle finger right there. Your D7, think. 2 fingers right there. Okay. G, D, your E7. Okay, so index, middle, ring. That comes from the little booklet with kid songs we do. E7. Your A chord is right here. Dun, 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 dun. G, A minor, D7, A minor, D7, G, G7. I think we did that one. I don't know if we did that one. And then your diminished chord, it was G diminished, right? I think, and I don't remember off the top of my head, I think it's on 1. Let's go take a look. Let me make sure because it gives you one more chance to play your diminished chord. Let me go double check that it is on the 1st fret when it's a G. That tells you how much time I've spent memorizing it. The diminished chords are all the same, so usually I just fish around for which fret it's supposed to be on. G diminished, it's all the way to open. So you can just do, you know how you do your D7, just do that on the lower strings all the way back. Okay, that's the G diminished you're going to be looking for. And now all the others we already talked about. All right, those are your chords. 4 strums per measure, right? Or 4 plucks or whatever. Maybe 1 pluck and then get ready for your next chord. Baritone players, let's play this. Any way you like, probably tough uke. Okay, nice and slow, 2 times through. 1, 2, 3. She diminished. Take a minute to get it on. And then go. To the top. Second ending. Okay, isn't that pretty? It's a nice little tune. Okay, wanted to talk to you very briefly about the rest of the week. We have tomorrow, if all things go well, I am working off of my backup computer and it does not have anywhere near the amount of cool stuff on it that my main computer has, but my main computer is sitting in a shop down here where we have an area in town called Rhino. It used to be called Don't Go There, because it was just abandoned warehouses and people ready to kill you. That's what they told us anyway. And now it's called Rhino, and there's all these millennials wandering around past coffee shops and those beer places where it's not like beer places when we had growing up. It's like bring your dog beer places, and you have to go down there and to get your computer so I don't go down there until it's done. Like, is it totally done? Is there parking in front of your building? Because I don't want to get I don't want to have to grow my beard out and wear horn rim glasses. So anyway, I'm going to try like heck to get Star Spangled Banner written up tonight. I have nothing in this computer, so we'll see what I can pull up. It shouldn't be too hard. And then on Friday, which is Canada Day, Oh Canada is one of them, and God Save the Queen. We'll knock that out as well. So then next Monday, you'll have a very patriotic concert. I have not confirmed absolutely that we're going to meet on Monday, so just be aware it is entirely possible that we may be playing a Kick Your Fanny Tuesday concert, because I think Donna has the day off, and so we will probably just move everything from Monday to Tuesday is what I'm thinking will probably happen, but I'll confirm that with her in the next day or two, and then and there's that. Next hour, we're going to be working on Build Me Up Buttercup. It's actually a surprisingly challenging tune. Those of you who've seen the Geico commercial, it's that song, right? The one that she's singing it, she's driving along on her motorcycle, singing it, or the guy that's painting the lines wrong on the baseball stadium. So yeah, same song. All right, so I'll see some of you next hour. I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. And if you want to play guitar, tonight's the night. Tuesday nights is tonight. Tuesday, Wednesday nights is when we do the intro to guitar stuff. And so if you have a guitar set in your house, you might as well come hang out with me at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll teach you how to play guitar. It's the exact same thing as playing ukulele, only way harder, because you have to try to hold that stupid instrument. and you do get a couple extra strings out of it, which sound pretty good. So I will see all y'all tomorrow, or to this afternoon, or tonight. And I'm going to pull the plug, reset the stream, and we'll go on from there. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for being here, guys. Peace. Oh, and hit the thumbs up if you haven't done that already. Mm-hmm.